Hey everybody, hope you are doing well. This is Sean from Ridesharing101.com, and in today's daily vlog, I wanted to talk to you about ratings, but not passenger ratings, driver ratings. In other words, your ratings, my ratings. Anyway, like I said, this is Sean from Ridesharing101.com, and something interesting has been happening lately. And I'm not quite sure what's going on, if it's always been this way, but my rating is 497, and it usually fluctuates between 496 and 498. Okay, not a big deal. You're going to get some bad ratings. They're going to drop off. The ratings are based on your last 500 rides, so if you get a bad rating today, if you get, let's say, a 1, 500 rides from now, that'll drop off. But one thing I've noticed is I've had passengers tell me, oh, well, I've never had anybody with a 5 rating. And I was like, wait, what? 5 rating? I go, I've got a 497. And they're like, oh, well, it showed up on my screen as you have a 5.0 rating. And I was like, oh, well, that's great. That's good to know. You know, maybe I haven't checked my ratings for a while. But in the back of my mind, I know I don't have a 5. I've got a 497, you know. So, and I just thought, well, maybe somebody just doesn't know how to read their phone or there's something weird going on. But a couple of other people have told me that as well. And I'm not complaining. Hey, I'm a 5.0 driver. I've been driving for, 5 years, which I have. June 20th is my 5-year anniversary. And I've got 5,000 rides and change, maybe 5,200, 5,300, something like that. Pretty good for not having driven for about a year and a half. I stopped driving for about 9 months. Just started writing the book, or I just started writing an article, I should say. It was about 15 pages into it when I had a stroke. I was out of commission for about 9 months, and then I started ride sharing again. I finished the book. It turned out it was like 90 plus pages. It's on the website. And I thought, well, I really probably should drive a little bit just to see, because I know rideshare changes, just to see what's what. I drive part-time. Obviously, I have a 40-hour work week at the day job. I'm a gardener for Rec and Park, not a secret. So sometimes I'll drive a little bit after work, but usually I drive on the weekends. So I'm driving maybe, 20 hours a week part-time, which isn't too bad. Sometimes a little more, depending on, what's going on. But, I'm interested in the rating. I'm wondering, I know how Uber is, so I don't believe it's something that they would intentionally do. I'm just wondering if maybe in the algorithm, they're not used to people with ratings in that range. So it just naturally just goes up to 5. They round it up. Like I said, I'm not complaining. Hopefully they don't, well, I was going to say hopefully they don't change that. But actually, it would be good if they did. They should represent what ratings are. I shouldn't get credit for having a better rating than I do. I'm a 497, 496, 498 driver, depending on what's going on, and that's fine. I'm happy with my rating. I don't need to, to use a higher rating, to get something else out of it. I think other people are just impressed more, and I guess, I'm impressed that they're impressed. But it doesn't really matter. I drive the way I drive. I give people good service. I treat people how I want them to treat me. And it works pretty well. I mean, occasionally you get some idiots and you get some people that are just in a bad mood. But, as I tell people, with whatever's going on, if that's the worst thing that happens to you that day, consider yourself fortunate. The worst thing that happens to me is that I get a cranky passenger that gives me a bad rating. Hey, so be it. Nobody I know died. I still have my health. My house didn't burn down. So it's all good. But I'm wondering about your rating. And do you like your rating? Do you think your rating justifies the kind of driver that you're at? I know you can be disallowed or disavowed. I'm watching too many episodes of Mission Impossible. You can be deactivated, that's what I was looking for, if your rating drops below 4.6. And if you have enough rides under your belt, if you have at least 500, a 4.6 rating is really hard. It's really hard to get a 4.6. You have to be a really, really grumpy driver to get a rating that low. Most people, you know, I give a 5, I expect to get a 5. And I have no 2s. I have 1 or 2 3s, a few 4s, and that 1. Everything else is a 5. So, but I'm wondering, how do you guys feel? Is the rating that you have, is that justified? Would you like to have a 5.0 rating? What do you think about that? Or do you think it's all just BS? I usually am generally picking up anybody with a 4.75 or better. I don't, anything below that I generally don't pick up. But what do you guys think? How do you feel about ratings? Do you think your ratings are fair? Do you think you're a better driver than your rating indicates? Let me know. Feel free to comment, and I'll see you next video.